Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I wanted to come on here and talk about something topical for a change, believe it or not. I know I don't do that very often, but so as probably many of you are aware by now, if you've looked at your phones in the last couple of days, one Motley Crue's Nikki Sixx recently said in an interview, "I don't believe in making full-length records anymore." And it's all over the internet now. Let me read the article to you first, and then we'll talk about it for a minute, because I have thoughts. All right. Anyway, the article. Motley Crue bassist and main songwriter Nikki Sixx says making full-length albums is a thing of the past. The glam metal icon's most recent album was 2008's Saints of Los Angeles, and it seems that album, their ninth, could be the last we see from Motley Crue, with Sixx more keen on releasing singles or EPs to fall in line with the way the music business operates in the modern era. They released the EP Cancelled in 2024, which marked their first release featuring John Five on guitar after he replaced Mick Mars. The band will most likely continue with shorter releases in the future, Sixx tells Joanne Butler. Quote, "Honestly, I know fans don't want to hear this, but I don't believe in making full-length records anymore. The amount of work that goes into it, if you're doing 10 songs on a record, you got to write 20, and you better hope 5 of them are stellar. It's a lot of lyrics, a lot of notes, a lot of chord changes, a lot of time in the studio, which is all fine. That's what we do. We work hard. But what I don't like is that when people hear one song and you've recorded 10 or you recorded 20 and then 10 of them were demos and 10 was an album, they only hear one. Radio's changed. Streaming is changing and evolving as we go. So I'm really into the idea of lightning strikes. Something comes down. I call the guys. I got this song." He adds, "I love the idea of like we did for The Dirt. We did 5 songs. Motley Crue have lined up an extensive North American tour for next summer." End of article. Okay, so here's the thing. I totally understand what Nikki is saying and what he's probably feeling at this point. And I think back to another act, namely Kiss, who went through this same exact realization a decade and a half ago or a decade ago or more. They made Sonic Boom. It had a pretty good hit with Modern Day Delilah. Nobody bought it. Then they made Monster, what was it, 4 years later? It was a better album, even though it didn't have quite as much of a hit on it. But nobody bought it, except, us diehard Kiss fans. These things aren't even going gold now, right? So it's hardly any wonder why Motley Crue, like Kiss, is coming to the same realization: what's the point of making an album? All right, so I get that. I do understand that. I don't agree with it, however. And neither does Michael Sweet from Stryper, who said in response to this, yesterday I believe it was, he said, "That makes me really sad. And you will never hear me say that because," and I think Stryper has like 18, they're getting ready to release their 18th studio album right now or something like that. And he said he hopes he releases 50 in his lifetime. He just wants to keep doing it and doing it and doing it because it's self-expression. It's what you do. It's who you are. Like, if you're not making new music, if you're not creating, then you're stagnant. What are you doing? Now, Stephen Pearcy is getting ready to release a solo album, and which I didn't even know until a couple of days ago. But anyway, it's true. So there are still people doing it. Tony Iommi's putting out a solo album. The Rolling Stones just released a studio album. Now, I mean, with the Rolling Stones, of course they did, but they're the Rolling Stones. Like, they've got gazillions of dollars built up over their career, and it doesn't really matter if anybody buys that or not. Besides, they're the Rolling Stones. People are going to buy it. But the problem I have with all this is, well, one of the problems, the first problem, Motley Crue are one of the only bands I can think of from their era who release these couple of songs every handful of years on a greatest hits album or an EP or something like that, or, a soundtrack, and they're still really, really good songs. Now, you can disagree with that. You can argue about that if you want. That's fine. Go right ahead. But that's my opinion, and a lot of other Motley Crue fans' opinions too. The two new tracks with John 5, Canceled and Dogs of War, I wasn't sure about at first, like a lot of people. But the more I've listened to them, the more they've grown on me. And now I absolutely love both songs. I want more. And but you think back to also all the songs that they've done, that they've put on these greatest hits albums or released just as singles or something like that. You're talking about songs like Dogs of War, Canceled, Sixx, All Bad Things, Bitter Pill, Enslaved, If I Die Tomorrow, Sick Love Song, The Dirt, Ride with the Devil, Crash and Burn. And then, you've also got the cover songs, which that I have a different thought about. Those I have not been thrilled with at all. The last two cover songs, I'm sorry, Nikki, if you ever see this, you guys can do a lot better than those kind of choices. We do not need you guys doing Like a Virgin and Fight for Your Right to Party. Oh my God. Please, no more of that. No more of that. But, all right, so and that's like, I do feel for the guy, though. Like, Saints of Los Angeles, to me, you guys, some of you have seen my Motley Crue album ranking video, and I had Saints of Los Angeles really high on that list. I think it's one of the best albums of their career. Some people don't agree with that. Some people do, and I know several of them. But you put out an album that good, and I'm sorry, folks, but that album is so much better than Sonic Boom or Monster. It's not even within the same realm. Like, it is so much better. And I mean, to me, it's a classic Motley Crue album, and I wanted another one. After that, didn't get one until sort of The Dirt. And then Nikki says 5 tracks. I don't know what 5 new songs he heard. There must have been one that didn't make the album that he's thinking of, because we only got 4 and one of them was a cover. But the 3 new originals we got, I loved. I thought all 3 of them, I could have gone without them, all 3 using the phrase, give me the dirt or whatever. But, they were still really good songs. So anyway, it's a real shame that this guy feels this way, because obviously there's still fuel in the tank. Like, they can still write good material. And now you've got this infusion of newer, younger energy into the band with John 5, and that dude's got to have some desire to write songs with these guys and record material with these guys so that he's not always on stage playing Mick Mars parts. Now, God bless Mick Mars, I love you, but, you know, I'm just saying, as a musician, you want to be able to do your thing too. So why not give us another album? That's what I was hoping would force them to do it, was like, you know what? We've got this new guy. Let's do this. Like, let's put out an album. I mean, they clearly still want to tour, like building up the retirement fund or whatever they're doing. They clearly still want to tour. You're never going to do more ticket sales than when you've got a new album to support, too. But you know, as you go through life, you hear these sayings, and one of the ones I've always heard is, if you're going to complain about something, if you're going to bring up a problem, be able to present a solution. And I've got one for you, Nikki. If you don't want to do another full-length, all brand-new song studio album, then how about this idea? You said you really enjoyed what you guys did on The Dirt, coming up with like 5 new songs, or, you know, kind of an EP's worth of new material. Okay, so give us 5 new songs, and then fill out the album with some of the other original material you guys have written and released, but not put on albums over the last couple of decades, like Sixx.
Everybody wants some, what the hell? Everybody needs some, everybody, yeah! Oh, no, I don't need no love and no respect, 'cause it's all about the sex. It's all about the, oh, yeah! What gets me off is a little neglect, 'cause it's all about the sex. It's all about the, yeah!
Kiss the Sky.
Please, won't you ride with me? Don't you know that things will be okay? Please, won't you glide with me? Spread our wings and things will be okay. Kissing away tomorrow. Washing away where we've been. Wishing away our sorrow. Tomorrow, we can fly and kiss the sky if we try. We'll find a place that love goes.
All Bad Things.
You saw this coming like a freight train. You motherfuckers saw the writing on the wall. We were the bottom of the food chain. We never said we loved each other after all. Lethal injections and electric chairs. A thousand ways to die. We don't care. We're just here for our crucifixion. All bad things must end. All bad things must die. Even the devil's gotta pay for his crime. All bad things must end. All bad things must die. Even the angels wanna cry. 'Cause all bad things must die.
Dogs of War and Canceled.
Down, 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 down. Don't let them take your crown.
I think that would be great. You've also got like some Vince Neil solo demos and singles you could pull from. Promise Me, Vince's Promise Me that he recorded that was written by Desmond Child. I know that's not usually your thing, but that would make a fantastic single.
Generation them, generation us. What's the difference now or then? The world is still messed up. If all we've got is time, forever's not enough. And if this life is for the living, then I'm never giving up. And that's a road divides that runs over with our lives. Promise me we'll never say goodbye.
If you just want to take up a slot on an album, use that. Or how about if you want to give us a cover, how about Lust for Life? That's another Vince Neil cover, Iggy song. But I mean, Sixx is fantastic. How could Sixx never be on a Motley Crue album? I mean, come on, give us that stuff. There's a lot of people who haven't even heard some of these songs. That's the other thing. There's a lot of these newer tracks, non-album tracks, that we can't even get digital downloads of. Like, we want to give you our money. Let us do it. So if you're not going to make them available for some strange reason for digital downloads, then for goodness sake, give us a collection of them that we can buy. Timebomb. Timebomb is a great song. Put that shit on an album. That'll fill up a good space for you. I don't like the song American Zero. A lot of people do. If you want to put it on there, put it on there. That's fine. I'm a Liar and That's the Truth. That's another bonus track. That's the thing. Most of these ones I'm naming, you can only get as Japanese bonus tracks, and tracking those things down that's not easy. So put all that on an album for us, dude. And, give us 4 or 5 more new tracks, and we'll call it good. Like, it's almost like we got another album of fresh material. Right? It's material that most of us probably haven't even heard. I mean, I don't know. This really makes me sad. If you were just like the well was dry and you were out of material, I totally would understand. You've been doing this for all these years, but that's not the case with you guys. Like, Motley Crue still gives good material, good new material. Every time you put something out, it's pretty good. Like, on all of these greatest hits packages, we've got 2 new songs and this and that. And I mean, come on. No more covers. At least no more terrible covers. If you want to do a cover, give us that Lust for Life cover. That thing is hilarious. And but pick through and find some of these other original songs that have never been released on any studio album or greatest hits album, and give them to us. Like, you put them all together on Red, White, and CRUE, certain ones, but you left a bunch of them out, and you came up with some more after that. Give us those and a few new originals, and we'll call it good. All right, that's what I wanted to say. I just think this is ridiculous. I really do. Totally ridiculous. But, what can I do about it? Anyway, I'm gonna post this video, and in the description below the video, I'm going to include links to the songs on my channel and other channels that I'm talking about here. that you are going to have a hard time finding in your collection, probably. And you guys tell me what you think, Motley Crue fans. If you're not a Motley fan, just shut up. All right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it. Just shut up and go on to something else, please. But for those of you who do like Motley, tell me, wouldn't you buy that? I mean, if you put out a single album like 10 tracks, I'm definitely buying that. I'll give you another $30 for, that. If you want to put out a 2-disc deluxe vinyl and charge me $40, $50, I'm probably going to give it to you. With those songs on it, yes, I would, because I can't get them anywhere else except watching them on YouTube, which is just, I don't know how that's doing you guys much good. You're not getting a lot of money out of that. And that's the thing, like, you might as well make money off of those songs because you're barely scratching anything off of the streaming platforms, really, for those songs. I mean, at least if you release them on a new vinyl package of some sort and CD, you're getting that initial wave of money coming in from that album, whatever it happens to be, however you put it together. You're not getting anything in the streaming world or the secondary market. Like when I order some Japanese CD that I find on Discogs, Motley Crue's not getting a penny for that. Nothing. The only money the artist ever gets is off that initial shipment of albums to the record stores or Walmart or wherever. And that just makes me sad. I want to give these guys my money. I really, I do. And I know I'm not the only one, but like they're not taking it they're only taking it for a certain number of their own creations. And I just wish they would think about that a little more carefully before they say, we're not gonna do that. But I mean, this is the video I was talking about a couple of videos ago making, where I wanted to talk about some sort of a package they could put together with these unreleased songs. Timebomb and I'm a Liar and That's the Truth and Sixx and all that stuff. I mean, yes, there were singles for Sixx and All Bad Things, but how many people out there own those? I know I don't, and I would if I had known about them at the time. All right, that's it. Anyway, check out the songs I'm talking about if you don't already know all of them. They'll be down there. And have fun, everybody. I will have I'm in the process of editing another video right now to get up. It'll probably be up, hopefully, in the next couple of days. Certainly before this weekend, I would think, no matter what. Anyway, talk to you later.